lakad matatag!
Normally.
Not sure what he's going to go for. The choice is a Keeper of the Light. Okay, so that is going to be their mid lane then. Phoenix going to be rolling with that one. And we are going to see always rack up a lot of damage, and X Nova here on the silencer always able to do a decent amount of damage himself. Actually, it looks like they were trying to make a move here with the tag team. Focus on Natsumi. Irving's taking quite a bit of a beating. Last Word's going to be able to do a decent amount of damage with the dots. The snapbite is just dead. Natsumi takes a point blank hit. There is going to be the tag team. He's in some danger right now. Still not holding the point. There he is. He's just going to go for Snowball. They're actually going to drag in the Snapfire. They want to commit for this Ursa kill, trying to get away. The Cookie's going to deny it. A Courier trying to bait it out. Say, hit my Courier, not my carry. It's not going to work. Natsumi will still die. Helios takes a bit of damage, but regardless, the kill is off lane from UG. Decides to skill. It's going to be pretty damn good. There is going to be the last word. Once again, the Arcade Curse. Sorry, Helios getting very low. Good snowball dodge for now. We'll be able to get the trade on towards the silencer, but it allows Natsumi to get a free trade in response. Meanwhile, down at the bottom, there was a ward in that spot. Even still, now we're going to make a move on towards Phoenix. Despite the fact they knew he was there, they're going to make the move. In comes the Tusk to blend a bit of helping hand. Zephyr in danger. Yopaj trying to hit onto Phoenix, but it's just nowhere near enough damage. Zip forwards. There's an invis that gets picked up there from Yopaj. Not the most ideal rune in the world, just has to immediately get rid of him. Like, I think it's worth just a value point, man. Gives you all those hits, but while I'm talking about that, Zephyr looks like he might die in the mid. They're trying to turn onto Helios at the very least. Some good damage with the assistance of X Nova. Should be able to find it. He will die. The Illuminate hits onto the Yopaj, and with the mana break, they do manage to bring down the mid laner. Fortunately for Zephyr, he gets a haste rune and he does manage to run away, but regardless, that's a pretty decent trade out the first two skills. That could be the right call, but regardless, both supports on move. They just get taken out. Mormon's Kiss is still going in. Some decent damage onto Natsumi. Yopaj just trying to make a bit of space there for the Ursa to safely get away. Do actually steal the Vortex from... Maybe seeing if anyone on the side of Unity could potentially get grabbed. They do find the free ward though. That is pretty nice, but even still, Yopaj can commit for the zip. There's actually the stolen toss, which sets up the snowball into the punch. The global silence is there, but it's not going to make any difference. The Illuminate with pre-cast. They managed to get the fill, managed to get the kill, sorry, and X Nova also getting ran down. Fantastic turn of events there for UG. Potential gank to look at neutral items right now, but grabbed eventually. But who get caught here? Is it going to be Zephyr? Is it going to be Yopaj? It's not Yopaj. Oh, Zephyr actually jumps to the side there with the blink tag with the shards, trying to block him off with the Rubik. Telekinesis drags it back in, but still, the Rubik's going to be the first one to die. Helios tries to commit the kill onto the Zephyr, and it actually does set up for the Illuminate at the very least. Regardless, boom. They're going to be happy about that glimpse of the Ursa with this ward when he was running past, but instead they're going to get a chance of that. Instead, they found Yopaj. Going to try and get the stun connection. Silence is there for the Orc of Malevolence with the global making plenty of space. Good avalanche there from Zephyr. Connects onto 3. Tons of AoE damage. Unity just fall apart at the seams. Longs it from Yopaj to get the +1 onto Phoenix. The Cole is fast. Is he fast enough? Looks like he is for now. Cole survives at the very least, but even still, it's a 3. So they will be able to get it there. Cat with the Aegis now. The jump forwards from Zephyr is just a moment too late. Everyone blink daggers away. Zephyr, FPZ's already committing the Exo. It looks like the sacrifice will be the Rubik. Everyone else mute Aegis security into the hands of the anti-mage. Allow him to freely farm up in potentially the more dangerous parts of the map. But actually, Helios with the move. They drop the Warmest Kiss on FBZ, but the global cancel is there. Just never really going to get much use out of this here from Irving unless he decides to build him for like a Lincoln Sphere or something like that. Meanwhile, Yopaj just gets a solo kill on towards Phoenix. Has to pop the BKB, but he doesn't have much mana to work with. Going to need to like use these bottle charges in between strikes to get his mana back. Cat jumped up very aggressively, but it's a trap. Everyone from Esports ready, waiting, in danger, but even still, it looks like the Anti-Mage will disengage. May have just cost us lives with 2 supports to do so though. No chance for the Rubik. And Helios, can he get an immediate blink dagger away? No, he can't, because a fantastic static remnant drop denies that chance and ends up being a 3 for nothing there for Blanche and blink daggers away. It's even only the tree toss that gets stolen. Meanwhile, they can move on to FBZ, but with BKB of their own, Tusk is just dead. And now with the involvement of Natsumi, force the anti-mage to retreat. Rubik is a goner as well. BKBs with every damn course is working out beautifully. The laydown on towards Kak was able to disengage there just barely with the blink, and those keep on going forward. FBC got no mana to work with. The illusions from the anti-mage do work. The Death Prophet just disappears. I don't know where the animation though. Very, very close. Oh, Natsumi trying to go for a solo grab onto the Rubik. He's quite separated from the rest of his team right now. But with the BKB, he's going to avoid a lot of the damage. Out comes the Global onto the Anti-Mage. He's already used the Manta style. They're trying to get him to disengage the cookies. The toss up in the air, though, he can't retreat. He is gone. Stolen toss of the Rubik, not really the skill he wanted. And the Mortimer's Kiss is not able to make too much space, but at least it's a trade at the end of the day. Carry for carry. And it was actually Kak who got the final hit. It must have one of the illusions, but actually they're not done, Unity. They do find an extra kill onto Zephyr, but FBC still the Exo ready to roll. They're trying to find the grab onto the Snapfire. The Orchid on towards the Storm, holding him back for now. The Rubik just runs in there, wanting to get that toss off at the very least. But as it stands, another 2 pickoffs there. Make that 3 as Xnova is able to finish. Obviously this high ground wards did spot the Ursa. Does it see him go towards the pit? It looks like it will. Even going to see him blink on in. So the read is there from Unity. This is going on. Immediate 5-man smoke. Let's see if they can find Cookie just to kill the creep wave. Ward here. Going to see as the smoke breaks. Immediately though, Helos jumps on towards Zephyr. Mortimer's Kiss is raining out. They've got the silence onto the silencer. Can they kill him before he manages to pop the global? They can. He is gone. There is the trade onto the Rubik, but the buyback comes out from the position 5 silencer. So global is going to be ready at a moment's notice. No buyback obviously for the Rubik. So they're stuck on this 4 versus 5 situation. Meanwhile, Helios, man, that guy was in deep. He was desperately trying to get a kill onto Zephyr, but as it stands, it's now put his team into a 3 versus 5. Still a few seconds left on the Exo, and there's just no real way that Unity can contest it. It is just going to go. Actually, Boom going to get aggressive right now. Upage with the global silence. They lock it down onto the AM. There is the Cookie trying to make the space, but it's just not going to be enough. The Vortex was there, denying any chance of retreat. And it's another 3 kills for just magic there from like the Tiny and the Storm Spirit. So it's going to be a valued pickup. Not only aggressive plays, but defensive at the same time. Hey, what? Upage is dead. Global Signs get committed, but it's way too late. He's already gone. And now that's coming out from Unity. They know there's no Exo. BKBs were expended as well. Most of the cooldown to back up. Upage in a good position to break the smoke. The 3-man Vortex followed up by the Global Silence is a perfect initiation. The Rubik is dead. So is Helios. Irving abandoned. 3 people from Unity taken away like they were creeps. No chance to react, and that is now a big. Also do have a deep one here. Spotting out if anyone from Unity Gaming moving this direction, but instead though the engagement happening in the mid, they're trying to make a move onto the Storm Spirit. It's just not going to work though. The immediate counterplay is in. Kak is gone. Anshime is eviscerated. Helios caught in the trees. Upage looking for more. Another Vortex does connect. Stolen away from the Rubik, but even as it stands, a buyback expended on the Anti-Mage. Usage there of the Trickster's Cloak gets away, but actually Natsumi getting aggressive himself. They're going to drag him back in. He wants the mini raid for the 4-man avalanche from Zephyr. There's plenty of work to hold him in place. They still got the burst down though onto Natsumi, overstepping his mark. Zephyr, no mana left, having to retreat. Global already expended, so the Mortimer's Kiss is raining out. Upage jumping in deep, got the connection on towards the Tusk, will find that kill. So as it gave the cheese over towards Upage to get a lot of his mana back. And actually, Blink Tag aggressively there for FBC with the BKB activated. But it does just force everyone from Unity Gaming to retreat. Should be a full set of barracks dropping down right now. Zephyr though, jumping forwards. He's got the grab on towards the Rubik. The Ghost Scepter though, avoiding all the magic damage, but just one little bit from Xnova finishes him off. And now that with that, again, hero advantage, they're just going to keep pushing. They're all on 6 seconds now, even the support BKBs. Yeah. All low. Meanwhile, the poor old Ruby is just dead again. It's too easy catches going on right now. Once again, no buyback available. All 5 members of Boom here, ready to roll. Obviously, still no Exo for 35 seconds, which to use your attack damage is going to be quite strong pickup. If you can get it in time. Probably going to be saving up for buyback though, I would imagine. Feels kind of crucial to do so. Meanwhile, Natsumi just gets a free kill onto the enemy mid laner right there. Maybe they were like, okay, there might have been a high ground ward, so let's not bother with that. Instead, Exopop, there's going to be a bit to go for the tier 3 barracks. Instead, they get a free grab on towards Helios. Again, another 2-man Vortex there from BO2. They take out the 2 supports. Buybacks are bound being expended. Pack take tons of damage, has to just retreat. Another global gets dropped. Everyone's backing off. That's 3 buybacks forced out. Not really too much committed for him. Mormuskis is coming out now just to really kill the creep wave. Jumping to try and go onto Zephyr. Again, he manages to get away. Man, all I've seen Rubik get is tree grab this game. Not really ideal. Jump forwards again. Phoenix down. Dive back from him. Gone for 100 seconds. And Boom Esports, they're just going to commit forwards right now. Vortex not connected onto actually any heroes. But they still find Helios in the trees. Looks like Kak was thinking about popping down his ultimate. Not going to work. As Boom Esports, man, they are just hungry for kills. They're ignoring the barracks, which really they should be securing to get megas right now. They're really getting chebaited looking for kills, but it doesn't really matter. They're still finding them. Irving drops. Now the megas are there. And Boom Esports, 5 versus 3 situation. They got the Hex on towards the anti-mage. Zip force the Opage. Electric Vortex dragging it back in. They're trying to 4-star push the anti-mage around, but it's not going to work. He is gone. And GG is called. Game number 1 picked up here from Boom Esports at 52 minutes into the game. Like I was saying, normally an anti-mage, but apart from that, it feels kind of stalemate-ish. Boom, though, they actually go for the PL as their final pick. Now, that is a hero I've not seen for quite a while, in all honesty. It might actually be the first Phantom Lancer. What's up? Helios in danger. Aggressive doppelganger forward there from Matsumi. Tried to toss him back, but it was just an illusion. So first blood picked up there for punch. Follow-up snowball, not in time. So the Queen will be able to disengage. Maybe thinking about trying to turn this around right now. Sarge trying to hold back Phoenix, but Helios is there with the avalanche. Phoenix is already turning around right now. Was X-Nova also getting involved? 5-man fight going on in the triangle, but it looks like it is going to be Helios that gets sacrificed. He will die. But Phoenix used the brief window of Irving, who is completely unaware that this is coming his way. He's trying to TP out. When the snowball just in time, the teleportation sound literally completed, but the animation did not. And Irving does get picked off. The creeps actually end up getting the last hit there, so the gold bounty gets split. Though for 8 seconds, an objective Dota here coming out from Unity Gaming. Take down the tower. Does get denied at the very least, but Opage making a rotation. Shards does actually get a little bit of a displacement. Burst heal coming in from the Omni Knight, but it's just a matter of time before he dies. He actually made sure he ran back into these 2 dots. I think he just did not mean. He's already 600 gold off a completed diffuser play, which is a fantastic timing. Meanwhile, roll forwards there on towards the Omni Knight, get burst down in place, managed to get Henry Grace on top of himself, trying to run himself away. One more right click is all that the treat is going to need. He might not get it though, as they find X-Nova into the backline to FBZ now TPing in here himself. Wants to go on towards Phoenix. Doesn't actually have the mana for a blink though. Stick up in just a couple of seconds with the Fairy Fire as well. Not even going to need to pop the Fairy Fire, but still able to disengage on FBZ. A few right clicks from Mervin will force him to disengage. The Omni Knight is still here. It slows the Avalanche. Zephyr core will get brought down. X-Nova TP'd in himself. Glimpse, short range, but it's enough to get Helios out. So the teleportation gets caught, but there is going to be the overgrowth from Zephyr. They got the lockdown on towards Phoenix. Don't even need to use the Flaming Lasso. Esports just getting maximum value out of every single avenue of this game. So they should be able to get this tier 1 tower in the bottom lane as well. Not really any response here from Unity. Ooh, pardon me. Meanwhile, the Omni, though, does get picked off from Matsumi. That was a solo kill onto the enemy position 5. Just his presence alone should be able to defend this tier 1 tower. I mean, they might still want another couple of rotations. Sends the illusions on towards Phoenix to get rid of the mana pool. Out comes the Nature's Wrap, but mass TP's here from Boom Esports. Clearly want to defend this. Avalanche trying to hold him back, but still Opage charging forwards. This is going to be a dead Tiny. They also do find Irving in the trees. He's trying to TP, gets cancelled, and he gets brought. Potentially, burst him before Boom can actually respond. But maybe the added strength there from the Reaver might be enough to keep him alive. I mean, he's only 740 gold away actually from this Heart of Tarask, which is absolutely ridiculous for 17.5 minutes in. Meanwhile, finally this tier 1 tower does fall. Space created. Helios looks like he dies, gets the toss back there onto Zephyr, but there is going to be the Orchid Silence immediately with the Sonic Wave. Do get a trader support so far. Shards, good block down to Yopaj. Snowball forwards, they're locking this man down. Now forcing his own snowball in. He's going to be Flame and Lasso, dragging him out of position. Glimpse as well, forcing the Evan all the way out. But regardless, it's a fantastic fight there for Unity. Pick up 2, one of them being the mid laner, and all they lose for it is their support Tiny. What about balance? The PL now completed the Heart of Tarask. Kak trying to run away, but there's the persistence there of Natsubi. Even the overgrowth lock him in place. He's trying to strength wolf off, but it's just not fast enough. He is dead. Now with the heart completed, just finds a casual Omni. Not enough to get that kill though. So the action does not end. Yopaj getting aggressed out in the mid lane. Avalanche trying to hold him back. The aggressive jump from Phoenix with the glimpse going to drag it back into the arms of Natsubi, so it ends up being a trade of mid laners. Can they also find Helios? Nature's Grasp perfectly lined up. Natsubi's going to be able to run this man down. Avalanche should delay it, but delay is all it does. Or is it? Yeah, he's survived for a long old time here. The purges and the heals from the Omni, making him work for it. Zephyr jumping aggressive himself. They're actually going to dive the tier 2 right now. Don't even need to get by the tier 2 as the glimpse. Good to secure another grab here on towards the Omni Knight. Actually, Irving even showed up. What is this chain feed from Unity Gaming? One after one. Not even the arc was filled up this slowly. At least they went in a Falcon Blade, but that is it. He's trying to go for the Butterfly, but he's still a long way off that. Helios scouting out the Roche pit, but Natsubi's like, oh look, a Tiny. He's going to go try and find this kill. Actual Mjolnir already picked up from Irving. Does drop on Helios, trying to make a bit of space there for his support to disengage. Natsubi having to try and run himself right now. He's taking a bit of damage. Glimpse trying to force them back right now. Phoenix chasing off Natsubi. There is going to be overgrowth. Lands onto 3 of them. FBC into the backlines. They finally finish Helios. Phoenix is dead. Irving going to get ran down. In Flame and Lasso onto Kak, but he gets immediately purged from the Omni Knight. But regardless of that, this is still a complete disaster. Kak trying to wait. Actually, he's going to turn onto FBC. See if he can get the kill onto the Bat Rider. Just one illusion on him. Instead, jumps up to the high ground. Waveforms out of the kinetic field. But still, there's no mana for the Morphling. He will die. Omni Knight's going to die. Helios brought back for this. He's just going to be a sick casualty here for Unity Gaming. And it just went from bad to worse, the goddamn catastrophic, and GG is called, man. Unity, they tap out at 21.5 minutes in, and I do not blame them whatsoever. What a monster game coming out there from Boom Esports. 9-0 and...
Right.